one of the challenges we're looking to help customers solve in Australia is the idea of zero data loss. It's a big nation. We have data centres dispersed, not just geographically inside a city, but also across multiple, city locations over thousands of kilometres. So the Axxana device is a fantastic way of us being able to solve that challenge of synchronous replication at large distances. So being able to do that replication to a local data centre inside a single city in a synchronous manner, and then sending that across the country. And protecting that so that there's no issues of lost transactions or lost data at those kind of distances. So I do a lot of work with financial services in Australia, and one of the challenges that they're looking at resolving is implementing a new payment system across the entire country. So a lot of participants in conjunction with our central bank. Obviously, payment information is highly critical information, so any sort of data loss or data duplication, it can't be afforded in that sort of environment. So when we're looking at protecting that very important data across the distances inside Australia, a device like Axxana really allows them to protect that data at those distances, right it to that local environment in a synchronous manner, and protect it across the country so that there is always a guarantee of that data consistency. It doesn't have to be an eventual consistency model, it becomes a always consistent model. Well, so this is the only solution in a box that I'm aware of. So Oracle obviously has software. DataGuard does a fantastic job of synchronous replication in 11G and 12C. With 12C, the fast sync standby technology that was introduced. But what Oracle isn't able to provide is a disaster-proof box. Something that we can put all of that reader information onto and stream and know that it is going to be protected in case of that edge case disaster, to be sure, but it's a disaster nonetheless. Let's write that data to Axxana, protect it against all sorts of eventualities, even the ones that might be very extreme. Let's protect them, and then let's ship them across to the standby when we need to. So it's a fantastic concept. I don't know of any other product on the market that does the same thing. So as far as cost effectiveness, one of the challenges that customers have is obviously putting in a synchronous link across any sort of distance, whether that's a small distance or it's not possible over very large distances, obviously. What the Axxana box allows us to do is put that synchronous replication local to the primary database, within kilometres, maybe even less than that, but still have that protection across distance without the added expense of very high speed, low latency, possibly high bandwidth connections between data centres. It makes that resolution of the networking issue much easier. So one of the main challenges with any sort of replication when we're looking at zero data loss is the concept of synchronous replication. Oracle database obviously can do synchronous replication, but ideally that's over short distances. Latency needs to be very low to achieve that low latency, low impact on performance style replication. What Axxana allows you to do is have that low latency local synchronous replication, but still have your data protected at large distances. You can still send it across the country, but have it protected locally in a synchronous fashion. So you get the best of both worlds without the added expense of a network link between those locations, which just increases the total cost of ownership.